Welcome to episode 260 of the 2-Minute Warning. Today, me and Wade are giving our NFL mock draft for the first 5 picks in the NFL draft. We will continue to do more if you guys like it, and let us know in the comments what you think. Right now, in the NFL draft order, we have the Jags at number 1, Jets at number 2, Dolphins at number 3, Falcons at number 4, and number 5, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. Wade, who do you have going at number 1?
1 overall, Kyle Trask. No, I'm just kidding. I think everybody knows it's going to be Trevor Lawrence, generational style QB, pro style QB. I think he's going to do, I wouldn't even say do well in the Jags, but I think he will add a lot of value to that team overall.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is one of the most hyped quarterbacks coming in. Unless Justin Fields goes off and throws for 19 touchdowns against Alabama in the championship and changes the tide of the draft order, I don't think that's going to happen. Trevor Lawrence, easy number 1. Number 2, what do you got for the Jets?
This one's an interesting one. Bunch of different ways they can go. I got him taking the offensive tackle from Oregon. Really good guy. Penei Sewell. Don't know how to say his name.
Penei Sewell.
But they drafted a good offensive lineman last year, and I think those two paired together will solidify that offensive line. And then there's so many quarterbacks in this draft class and that are moving around this year in the NFL that they could pick someone up. Maybe they get Mac Jones or Kyle Trask in the second round. They sit behind Darnold for a year, or I don't know, they get Dak Prescott who's a free agent, something.
Yeah.
They could figure something out for the quarterback spot, but I think right now if they solidify that offensive line with 2 young guys, they'll be pretty good for the future years, and they can build around that.
I got kind of 2 theories. What I want to happen is pretty much what Wade's prediction is. I want the Jets to worry about their overall team and not just the quarterback position. I think Sam Darnold still has potential. However, what I think will happen prediction is that the GM will decide to draft Justin Fields from Ohio State. He's been questioned about Sam Darnold in his future, and he hasn't really been very positive on Sam Darnold. He hasn't been negative either. He's been very short with it and said we just have a lot of decisions to make and a lot to think about. That's not something you want to see if you're relying on Sam Darnold to save the Jets. He clearly does not have a lot of confidence in him, so I think they'll roll with Justin Fields from Ohio State, who I think took the jump over Zach Wilson primarily due to that 6-touchdown game against Clemson. I think that boosted his stocks a lot. Number 3, Miami Dolphins. What do you got them doing?
They got a real solid defense this year. It pretty much carried their team. So I think they need to put some more power onto that offense. I got them taking Devontae Smith, Heisman winner. I think that'll give Tua somebody to throw to. And hopefully they can add some more weapons to that offense and sort of even out the defense and offense, because as of right now, their defense won most of their games for them, I believe.
For sure.
And I think Devontae Smith would be a good option because he's got talent.
Devontae Smith and Devontae Parker could be very dangerous. For number 3 overall pick, I have a trade happening. I did not have Penei Sewell going in my first 2 picks like Wade did. I have the Cincinnati Bengals trading up to the number 3 pick. Miami going down to the 5th pick and probably getting a 2nd or 3rd or 4th round from the Bengals due to that trade. And I think Cincinnati is going to trade up for that pick to draft the offensive tackle, Penei Sewell. Joe Burrow, the reason he's hurt this season because he didn't have protection, he didn't have time in the pocket. There was no one really there to guard him and prevent him from getting hurt. And with this draft pick, this will prevent this injury from occurring again. Obviously, that offensive line needs help overall, but this is a great start for the Bengals to at least buy Joe Burrow a little bit more time in the pocket, and I think it'll be a great fit for the Bengals and a good spot for Miami to move down and grab another additional asset for the draft. Number 4, Atlanta Falcons, who you got?
I got them taking Justin Fields. Matt Ryan's getting a little older. They're going to need somebody to replace him. And I think that Justin Fields sitting behind someone would be great. I think he's got all the tools that he needs, but if he got some experience learning, watching from someone who's been in the league, I think that would do him real well, and he could have a good career after that. The Falcons are a good team. They just cannot hold a lead. I think everybody's been predicting that they'll be good one of these recent years. They just haven't been. So I think that part of that has to do with leadership. And I think that Justin Fields, if he learns for a few years, they could build the team around him and lead them to hopefully a playoff appearance or more.
Yeah, I agree. I think every time we enter a new year of the NFL and still Matt Ryan and Julio Jones together, we still have hope and think they could be a playoff team and always have potential just being such an amazing quarterback-wide receiver duo. I unfortunately guessed the same thing. I thought they'd be a playoff team, but like we see, they're hit or miss. At number 4, I think they will take Zach Wilson because, like I said, Justin Fields will go number 2. Main reason I think it'll be Zach Wilson is because they have a new GM and a new coach coming in. It's undecided who, but with the new management starting in the coaching staff and in the front office, they're just looking probably for new overall. I don't think Zach Wilson will start right away. Still think Matt Ryan will be the starter. He'll just learn the ropes behind Matt Ryan, and will definitely, hopefully, get a kick in Matt Ryan's ass and put a chip on his shoulder and put him possibly in, the motivation to win, like Aaron Rodgers with the Packers drafting a first-round quarterback last year. Hopefully they're looking to do the same thing with Matt Ryan and looking at the long game with Zach Wilson. Number 5, I had the Miami Dolphins trade down to number 5. You still got the Bengals at number 5. What do you think they will do?
I agree that the Bengals need to solidify that offensive line. So I was looking up some names. Rashawn Slater from Northwestern is a pretty solid old offensive lineman this year. However, I would like to see Joe Burrow get some more offensive weapons. I think a guy like Kyle Pitts, who's just all around very versatile, could do some good on that team. Or I would not blame them for drafting a guy like Jamar Chase or Waddell.
Basically the offense overall.
Yes. I mean, overall, it's a really bad team. I think they need to focus on offense right now.
Number 5, like I said, I have the Dolphins trading down, and I'm going to go with what Wade said with who they draft. Devontae Smith. Wide receiver is what they need. The defense, don't even touch it. Brian Flores is an amazing coach. Tua is a little skeptical and a little questionable, but he doesn't have that much help on offense. I think giving them Devontae Smith, a Heisman-winning wide receiver. Receiver rarely wins a Heisman Trophy, so for that to happen, the dude's special. To be paired up with the tight end, Mike Gesicki, Devontae Parker, the other great receiver, wideout, and in the backfield, Myles Gaskins. That offense is finally starting to shape together. O-line is still a little bit shaky, but Devontae Smith and an offensive weapon for Tua to throw to is the main priority for the Dolphins for me for now. So just to recap, what are your 5 picks?
Trevor Lawrence, Penei Sewell, Devontae Smith, Justin Fields, and either Rashawn Slater or Kyle Pitts.
Sounds good. Number 1 for me is Trevor Lawrence of the Jags. I think the Jets will draft Justin Fields. Like I said, Miami Bengals swap. Bengals go to number 3. They draft Penei Sewell. Atlanta Falcons take Zach Wilson. Number 5, Devontae Smith to the Miami Dolphins. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. If you want to see the rest of our mock draft, 2 in the morning.